Yo, so if you struggle with sounding awkward or robotic on YouTube, this is going to change the game for you, and it's also going to help you generate more email signups, more leads, more sales, and just generally get you better on camera and help your YouTube channel grow. So confidence on camera is something that I struggle with for a long time, and if I'm honest, I feel it's only come over years of making videos on YouTube that now it feels fairly natural for me to walk with a camera in my face, no matter where I am in public or at my desk, and not be fazed by really anything, and come across as confident, natural. Yeah, that car just drove past then. Probably watching me with the camera like this. But yeah, it's taken me years to get camera confidence, and I remember vividly when I first started out on YouTube making videos that I struggled to come across as like an authentic version of myself on YouTube. So my videos would sound robotic and they would sound really scripted, which sucks because you don't build that connection with the person watching your videos. Someone can tell straight away that you're reading from a script, which instantly is like a turn off, I think. It's just generally not a great experience. Then I tried the opposite. So I had this literally a full-blown script that I was reading from, right? Which sounds too robotic. Then I went full 180 degrees and tried to go off the cuff, which is like kind of what I'm doing now. And sometimes that can be a bit awkward also. See, the thing is, when you're going fully off the cuff on YouTube, you have to know your topic inside and out for it to really flow and really make sense. And I'm not even perfect at this, but I know some creators are. So then I asked myself, well, where's the middle ground? Like, what's the middle ground between a fully scripted, almost reading from a teleprompter YouTube video and going off the cuff? So what I've started to do is use bullet points. So I use ChatGPT for this, or AI, and what I'll do is I'll go in there and I'll give ChatGPT like an outline of my video. So I'll tell it, like, you know, what do I want to cover, points I want to talk about, the audience I want to speak to, and then from there I literally will talk about those points. Now, I felt this is a really good strategy for me because it gets my brain thinking. So if I have a main video idea, main title of the video, the main points I want to get across in like 3 to 5 bullet points, boom, 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 my brain just knows when I start talking about, you know, point 1, it does sometimes go off on different tangents and comes and finds different ideas to talk about. But then it also keeps the video fairly focused because I know that I have to cover these 3 to 5 points in a video to get my point across. There's not really any waffling, but there's also space for stories, and maybe I can go off tangent every now and again. So what kind of mindset do I have when I'm making a video? This is interesting because I know a lot of people struggle talking to the lens of a camera, feel like they're going to be judged straight away, even if nobody's around, because they think, oh shit, you know, if I make a mistake, can't share that, that's too, like, I've made a mistake, can't share a mistake. The way I like to think about it is I'm talking to a good friend or a best friend, and I want to tell them a piece of information I've just found out, or something I think that they will find useful. That's what I think about. So I'm not like thinking that I'm talking to nobody, and equally I don't think I'm talking to thousands of people. But what I'm thinking is, how about I talk to my camera, which is as weird as it sounds, as if I would talk to a best friend. So how would I talk to this camera in a warm way? How would I talk in like an inviting way that would make them feel interested in what I have to say? And what I find this does is creates this bond, this connection between the person watching your video and yourself, which then builds trust, also positions you as an authority, and makes people want to come back to watch more of your stuff if they like you. Now, if they don't like you, then obviously they're not going to stick around, but that's completely fine, because you don't want people who are vanilla watching your videos. You want people who follow your journey on YouTube, who tune into your videos because they like you and they love what you put out, or they hate you and then they don't watch your stuff. You don't want someone in the middle who's kind of like, yeah, I kind of like him, but then kind of don't. I think that's a bit beige really. You want someone who is all in or all out. I want to talk about over polished videos and professional looking videos. Now, there is a time and a place for these. Your channel might be about that. But for me, and what I see right now on YouTube, people value connection, they value authenticity, and they value just the casual look to videos. I mean, I try and record videos and show you guys what I'm up to in a day-to-day life. So at the minute I'm literally just walking to a coffee shop, thought I'd kill two birds with one stone, whipped my camera out with a few notes on my phone and started talking. That's kind of like my casual approach to making videos nowadays. Sure, some will be more scripted, some will be, you know, a presentation, slide deck, whatever. But for this video, I think it's best just to take you on a walk with me and just talk about what I'm thinking about, because I think it's useful and helpful. But if you have in your mind that your videos must be polished, they must be perfectly edited, you need to get rid of all the explicit words or swear words, or you need to get rid of all your ums and ahs. I mean, you can do all that, fine. But don't let that stop you from making videos or sounding too robotic, because that's what it will end up doing. If you are so rigid in your filmmaking, video making, that you have to remake parts of your video because you didn't say something completely 100% perfect in your mind, it's going to take you so long to make a video, but then also your viewers will spot that a mile off, and I think it will pull away from building that trust and connection with the viewers. So don't believe that you need to be making super polished videos. There is a time and a place for it, but if you are a casual person, then bring that across in your personality. Bring your personality across in your videos. Show people that. Take people where you're going on a daily basis. Show people. Next little point is about prioritizing the vibe over authority. Some videos I like to come across and share with you guys that I know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm an authority. I've done this thing, and now I'm showing you guys what's worked or what hasn't. But I do feel that there is a double-edged sword with that, because if somebody comes across like they are, you know, so high up here and showing you how low down here you are, it makes you feel like shit. You know, it makes you feel like absolute dog shit. And it also leaves you feeling like, oh, I don't really know anything, and I'm so far behind. I've got all this stuff to do to reach this level where this guy is at or this girl is at, and you don't even know what to do with all the information. So think about that, and think about prioritizing the vibe over authority, which is why I've chosen again to film this video as I'm walking to the coffee shop, because it's casual, brings a warm vibe, hopefully brings the connection close between me and you. And I don't want to come across as being this guy who's up here on this pedestal, like looking down on you, because, you know, if I make a mistake or something I do doesn't work, you guys will be the first to hear about it on this channel. That I fucked up about something. And I just feel there is a fine line with having an educational information channel that is too serious, too professional, and comes across like you're condescending to your viewers, which then just makes them feel like shit. So just be wary of that, be mindful, and keep that vibe in check. And if you dig in any of these points as well, I will leave a link in the description below, some more useful resources on growing on YouTube and how you can turn your skills into an income. But next point is about prioritizing trust over revenue. So if you're on YouTube because you know it's a great way to make money and a great way to grow a business, which it is, I almost think you're thinking about that wrong. Because if you prioritize revenue over trust, you're missing a beat. Money and the revenue you can make through YouTube as a vehicle is a byproduct of building trust with people who are watching your videos. So you're watching this video right now, right? Now, if you want to learn more from me, you're going to either watch more videos on my channel, I hope, or you're going to check out the links in the description below to join my email list and get more resources from me, right? So that's trust. But if you have in the front of your mind that making money is the most important thing on your channel, it will show. Whereas the way I like to think about it is that if you build trust and that comes across in your videos, then money is a byproduct of building that trust. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any questions on camera confidence. And YouTube is going to recommend some videos up here next, which is super smart and it thinks you will love these. So make sure you go and watch one of these.